Hi, I'm sitting out here enjoying this beautiful sun today, and I know that I am so blessed to live in a place that has such a nice sun and to have a chair that I can sit on out here in the sun and just really enjoy the beauty that God has before me. I have beautiful trees, beautiful plants, beautiful flowers that my husband toils and works hard on, but it didn't have to be this way. I could have made choices that caused my life to be totally different had I not prayed and asked God for the husband that He had for me. Had I not taken the time to listen and wait for Him to be brought into my life, I could have taken the wrong choices out there. I could have been anybody else, but I didn't. I followed the will of God. And sometimes we have to realize that our walk might get changed in the middle of it. There was a time when I wanted to be a cruise director, and so I worked at going through transportation tourism classes, thinking that that's how I was going to get there. But then God brought me over to becoming a preschool teacher, and through that I ended up teaching all the way up to grade 12 at some point. Some lesson, some class or another as a sub or as a regular teacher. And none of that would have happened had I become the cruise director. But still, God has brought me to the cruise that you've seen in the videos that I've posted before, because His plan was still going to be used. It was going to be completed, because God's plan happens. His path that He has for me included me going on a cruise ship, and He put that idea in my head. And so that was kind of a cool thing, that I've gotten to do those things. And well, today I was thinking about Paul and his road to Damascus experience, and it's kind of like, you know, he was going along trying to do what he thought was right in the eyes of God. He thought he was doing the right thing in persecuting Christians. But then he had his Damascus experience where God blinded him physically that he would see spiritually who Jesus really was. If it wasn't for him going down that road that day and running into Jesus and obeying what He said in his next few days, if it wasn't for that, so many people might not know the Lord. So many people wouldn't have read Paul's words and thought, that's how I was, and reached out to God. So many people would not have had the experience that he had in his life shown to them through the Bible. So when you're walking through something, don't only think of the fact that you're suffering through that thing. Don't focus on that, but search God's Word and see if there's somebody in there that went through a similar thing. And then pray and ask God to guide your steps in what you do. Pray and ask God to give you peace, give you hope for tomorrow. But ask Him to guide you, and then follow those steps that He gives you. We'll see you next time.